Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to this YouTube channel. It's your guy Igor here. I got an amazing permanent residency PR program for you guys, and it's like a secret one because not many people talk about it, nobody knows about it, there's not much information about it, and maybe it's because it's in the Western Canada. By the way, it's been +8 2 days ago, it's -15 now, and look how much snow came out. It's crazy, but this is Canada, and if that's the country where you want to immigrate, well, this video is for you guys, because this program doesn't require any proof of funds. You do not have to pay application fees for permanent residency for this one, and of course this program doesn't require much English. It means IELTS, and it does not require you to have much work experience. It does require you to have skills, basically an education. You don't have to be really educated. It's a program that's available to majority of people, but for some reason nobody talks about it, so we'll cover it in today's video. I want to tell you something, guys. If you're planning to immigrate to Canada through a permanent residency, there's thousands or hundreds of thousands of people who want to come to Canada every single year. Everyone is trying to get in here, and it's a beautiful country. It's an amazing place to live, and I'm proud to be Canadian. I've been an immigrant myself, got my immigration done. But I want to tell you guys, you have to think out of the box. People who don't think out of the box, it's really difficult for them to get into Canada. Like, for example, myself, I can say I had to think out of the box. I really had to move to Alberta from Toronto to get my immigration done. And it was a dumb decision in the first place for me to go to Toronto. And you know why I went there? Well, it's because we are all thinking the same way. Majority of immigrants want to go to Toronto, Vancouver, or Montreal, biggest places. So immigrants choose the places that are nicer. Vancouver rains a lot, but it doesn't snow much. Ontario, Toronto, really popular place. Montreal, if you know French, it's a really beautiful place, more like Europe even. So people go to those places that are more popular to settle as immigrants, where they face hundreds, thousands of others immigrants who came to Canada like themselves, competing between each other for a lowest wage. And guess what? It's really difficult to get immigration done through such popular destinations. If you don't have enough money on your bank account to show proof of funds, if your English level isn't good enough, this program might be just for you. And that's not a popular destination. It's like the coldest part of Canada, Northwest Territories. The population there is less. You can literally, not far away from that place, you can find polar bears. That's how cold it gets. There's almost no summer in that area. Yes, it's cold, yes, it sucks, and that's why they simplified immigration, and that's why not many people are covering, because it's not like one of the most popular destinations, but therefore they made it easier to immigrate. So Northwest Territories, Provincial Nominee Program, let's say PNP, even though that's called a territory, there are two main streams for this program. One of them is a business stream, and the other one is employer-driven stream. We'll cover both of them. Let's talk about business stream for all you business people out there. You can immigrate to Canada by investing as low as 150,000 Canadian dollars under this program. By investing into your business, by buying a business. There is also a condition where you can actually invest into an existing business. There are some more conditions on how big the business and what's the percentage of shares you have to hold if you just want to invest into that business. But really, if you look at this program, CLB4, it means English level, is extremely less. Like, you don't have to speak much English to qualify under this program as a business investor. Although you would have to actually prove that you are experienced and you have some education to run a business. So if you already have a business back home and you can show a proof, a record, track of being a successful entrepreneur, that would really help. Also, they want you to come to the Northwest Territories for a visit. So they don't want you just to say, I'm going to invest, and then you go there and you look around and you're like, oh, I have no idea which business I'm going to start. So they want you to visit that area first. For some people call it exploratory visit, but you just have to visit there and find out how it is. Like, go there for a trip, for a vacation as an investor, see what kind of businesses they have, and then you would just have to say, yeah, I visited, I'm going to start a business, this is the business model, business plan, and this is going to contribute to the local economy in such ways. And that's basically the main requirement for this stream. Have the money, have the experience, and the willingness to go into that territory, province, let's say, settle there and run the business, or own a business there and live there. This is how you get PR. It's way cheaper than in the US, way less money. Critical impact workers, skilled workers, express entry, that's all parts of the employer-driven stream. Now, the best part about employer-driven stream is that really CLB4, that's the lowest English level you can have. You know, it's really easy to get yourself to this level of English. If you're watching this video, you're probably already qualified. If you're not reading subtitles, of course. You don't need much skills, because the NOC categories are C and as low as C and D. All of them go under those categories. NOC O, A, B, but the C and D is basically the lowest ones. C requires like a high school education. D is basically laborers. So under these three categories, you can go under any NOC code. Once again, no proof of funds, no application fee. It's a really amazing program, even though it does require you to have a job offer. But listen to this. This is Northwest Territories. People in Ontario, from Toronto, they don't want to come to Calgary because it's too cold. See how much snow we have, and it's like minus 15 right now. It was minus 20 at night, and it was plus 8 2 days ago. So the weather here is crazy. And people in Ontario, how much is their weather right now in Toronto? I'll tell you in a second. Weather in Toronto. And weather in Toronto is 10 degrees right now. Plus 10. They don't want to come here. So not many people want to move to the even northern part of Canada, where there is almost no summer. So believe me when I say it's easier to find a job out there, because really nobody really wants to live there. And one last requirement is to have an active work permit. Well, guys, if you want to go to Canada and find an easier program, I suggest you check out my AIPP video over here and Northern and Rural Immigration Pilot program over here. If you want to see some vlogs, check out my family channel over here, and you can subscribe right here as well. Guys, we'll see you in Canada. See you soon.